Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is online. It's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to start with the presentation. I'm Edith Wilkins of Secretary. We are mainly dealing with company statutory services and CIPC registrations. I've been in the business for about 27, 28 years. It's a very long time, more than half my life. And I hope that you'll learn something today. I know that I'm still learning stuff every single day that I'm dealing with the Companies Act. You never know what else is going to pop up. Okay, the presentation, of course, as you know, is in conjunction with SA Accounting Academy, and we're very proud to be associated with SA Accounting Academy, and we're looking forward to a long-lasting relationship. A disclaimer on slide 3 of the presentation. Just get to that. Sorry, my mouse is a bit haywire this morning, or rather, I think it's my hands, not my mouse. I'll just read it to you. Whilst every effort has been made to ensure that the accuracy of this seminar presentation and handouts, the presentation or authors and the organisers and the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants do not accept any responsibility for any opinions expressed by the presenter or author, contributors or correspondents, nor for the accuracy of any information contained in the seminar handouts. And the slides are copyright and is the property of SA Accounting Academy. Copyright of this material rests with SA Accounting Academy, and the documentation or any part thereof may not be reproduced either electronically, photocopied, scanned, typed, handwritten, or in any other means whatsoever without the prior written permission of SA Accounting. I'm sure they will not have a problem if you print the slides and make notes on it as we go forward. The following slides that we have to go to, slide number 5. It's just introduction and to the index of the webinar, what we're going to talk about this morning. That would be the introduction to the Companies Act, number 71 of 2008, the purpose of the Act, regulation of the Act, company structure, location of company records, stakeholder roles, responsibilities and liabilities. Under that, I have security holders, that's the shareholders, and restriction on shares, requirements for shareholder meetings, special and ordinary shareholders resolutions, annual general meeting and the normal general meetings, share issues and transfers. Then we have directors. Under directors, we're going to discuss the composition of the board, directors' meetings and resolutions, appointment of directors, resignation and removal of directors. Next topic is auditors, appointment of the auditors and accounting records. And then committees, audit committee and social and ethics committee. Following that will be the public officer, just a short discussion on that. Then the company secretary, requirements to appoint a company secretary, duties of the company secretary, keeping of company records, access to statutory records. Second last will be the annual duties, information required to do the payment and lodgement of the annual duties on behalf of your client, fees and penalties payable to CIPC. Then we have the annual financial statements and the financial accountability supplement, and the compliance checklist that forms part of the lodgement of the annual duties, and then we have reportable irregularities. That's the last subject that we're going to discuss today. I'm starting with CIPC. I'm sure if you subscribe to this webinar that you are familiar with the department, but I have a little bit of information for you. CIPC is the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, and is part of the Department of Trade and Industry. The commission was established by the Companies Act of 2008 in 2011. It sounds weird, but it is true. The Companies Act was approved in 2008, but it only was effective in 2011, and that's why the commission was only formed then. And it's a juristic person rather, outside of the public service to function as an organ of state within the public administration. CIPC was created from a merger of CIPRO, the old Companies and Intellectual Property Registrations Office, that was separate from OCIPE. We never called it that, but that was the old Office of the Company and Intellectual Property Enforcement that dealt with registration of trademarks, patents, logos, etc. I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm doing with my mouse today. There we go. Sorry, apologies. Since the new Companies Act came into effect in 2011, it was difficult for us to deal with CIPC, and there were endless problems with the system, and even now it sometimes gets difficult to deal with lodgements on the system, especially after they have dealt with some upgrades or maintenance on the system like they did this weekend. Yesterday, nobody could lodge annual duties for some reason. Communication with CIPC was always a huge issue, and it caused many headaches to us, but the inquiry section that they formed a few years back on the website seems to be working efficiently now. There's not much queries, or hardly any, that we submit that we don't get an answer to very quickly. So that we're relatively happy with that part of the CIPC system. CIPC staff also seems to be better prepared and educated with regards to the perusal and registration of documents, but there are still a few hiccups which require attention, like if I can think of something very quickly, the CK2 section, sometimes they will send you a CK2 back 3 times with minor queries that's not really applicable, and then you have to submit a query and say, but this is a lot of nonsense, please process my documents. Now, in my opinion, as I said, Advocate Rory Voller's appointment as the Commissioner was the best thing that could happen to CIPC after the disaster that took place a few years ago, but we're not going to talk about that now. And that's also proven by the 5-year clean audit report that they received. They certainly are very proud of that 5-year clean audit report. Now, Advocate Voller and his team is also the proud holders of the Innovation Award received from the Centre for Science and Innovation, which includes all levels of government. He also won an international award from the Corporate Registers Forum for the AF Annual Financial Statements IXBRL rollout. That's the system that they use for the uploading of the annual financial statements when you submit your annual returns. That's for the audited financial statements.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.